Hey traders from around the world, it's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsom with, of course, real life trading. Hope you're doing absolutely sensational. What we're doing right now is checking out the SPY, which is the ETF that tracks the Standard & Poor's 500, and we got some candles to talk about since Wednesday. So Wednesday, which was this day right here, had a nice bullish candle, good volume, and I was just mentioning that we're still bullish. We talked about very big probability that this would occur, and that's exactly what has occurred. We got this little double bottom type of pattern. So there's a lot of volatility in the market, obviously, a lot of things going on, and I think the best thing that we're going to do is be able to kind of infer what happened back over here from this other giant volatile double bottom looking thing to kind of get an idea of what could happen. So I'm assuming that we'll follow some patterns similar to this, where in this particular realm, where could we be right now? Probably either this day or this day. I'm not entirely sure, but somewhere in this structure, I think, is where we might be with the SPY, just relative to what happened in recent times. I mean, again, I'm all about seeing similar patterns. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, drop, big double bottom. 1, 2, kind of 3-ish drop, big double bottom. So there's definitely some similarities out there. And, even on a smaller scale, you can kind of see the 1, 2, 3, 4-ish drop, double bottom kind of thing. So there's a lot of little smaller fractals and smaller patterns out here. So overall in the SPY, I still am long-term neutral, ladies and gentlemen. I'm neutral. I think 200 is a decent target / resistance on the SPY. Every day we gap up, expect a retest, right? It's very simple. White candle, gaps up, bullish retest, right? So this is the selling. This is the profit. People who are profitable selling for a profit, and likely will probably bounce. So we don't obviously have to, but that's just my expectation. But I'm very, very neutral on the SPY. I don't have any directional trade on the moment. Here's the long-term moving averages on a weekly chart, and we are pretty much smack dab in the middle. So the only trade that we have is a option trade, which is an iron condor, 201, 202, 179, 178, rusty bird, and 201 is right here, 179 is right about there. So we're in the middle. That expires third Friday of March. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. The rest of the indices look pretty similar, honestly. Here's the DIA, which is the ETF that tracks the Dow Jones. Not too much to talk about there. Again, this is a weekly chart, smack dab in the middle, and it should be interesting to see what's going on there. Here's the Qs, ticker symbol QQQ, and here's the daily chart on the Qs. So, we're getting lower volume, agreed, on this pullback, but the bullish volume is still pretty prominent out there. And I'm flat neutral, folks. Buy low, sell high, buy low. And I think that's really the best thing that we got. So as far as the stock review, we look at Apple. Pretty much we tried to at least every single day. This was a day trade that Steven Jackson was in. Lost a little bit on that trade. But really, Apple is just doing what Apple's been doing. Really strong support, making lower highs, so some type of pennant pattern like that. Really, the Helen of Troy battle is going on down here in the weekly 200 simple moving average. So there's the support. Is this a buy low, sell high stage on Apple? Yes, it is. Truly, we got a nice morning star reversal pattern for the last 3 weeks, and this week is really just kind of an inside candle. So if we break 99, 98, 99, or 100, something like that, we should trade up a little bit higher, maybe into the middle, maybe as high as 110. I don't really see us breaking through that anytime soon. But Apple, I'm not going bearish on it yet. I'm not going bullish on it yet. I'm just sitting around on Apple. I don't really know what to do, so I'm just chilling. Here's Netflix. Ticker symbol NFLX. A lot of people looking at Netflix, and Netflix today did not close above my more bullish than bearish trigger. Not that that means anything, but 95.12 was like, all right, well, if we close above here, I'm going to be slightly more bullish. And same thing happened the other day. I had an end of day trigger, A724. If it closed below there, it's going to be slightly more bearish. Neither one of those has happened. So I think we can take both of those off on Netflix and just say, hey, I have no idea what's going to happen. But here is an option trade that allows me to be profitable as long as Netflix stays above 80. So Eric, great trade. He had one similar on Netflix. A few other traders are in a Netflix put sale down there. So just kind of watching that one, seeing what that one's going to do, if anything at all, and just kind of hang out. Similar to Netflix is Alibaba. So Alibaba got a March put sale down here. It's 57.50. So selling puts is a bullish strategy. Literally, I'm selling stock insurance to other people. I'm saying, hey, this is where I don't think the stock's going to go, and I'm selling the insurance to people who own the shares just in case they want to buy it. So I don't think Alibaba goes down there. I will happily buy back if I need to at some point. Here's the 50 exponential moving average on Alibaba. and that's at 69.86 right now. Oops, move that little line too quickly. Right now we're at a little bit of a kind of a pattern like this on Alibaba. Had a trigger. If it closes below 66.57, I'd be slightly more bearish on Baba. That also has not happened. So a lot of triggers not getting triggered in. That's pretty fantastic. I like when that happens. Bank of America, we did get stopped out of a Bank of America trade today. Here was my setup. Got triggered in, what was it, Wednesday? 11.97, got triggered in and got stopped out 3 days later. If I'm gonna get stopped out, that's the way I want to see it. I want it to be quick and painless, rip the band-aid off, lose my R, move on to the next trade. So Bank of America did get stopped out of that trade. Great job mitigating risk, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens from here on Bank of America. JP Morgan, we have a bear call spread on JP Morgan, 60, 62.50. So that again is going to be hopefully a profitable trade as long as JP Morgan stays below 60. The 50 EMA is at $59.28. For my stock traders or option traders, oops, what is that ticker? I forgot the ticker now. Man, just when I was getting in my groove too, I was like, what is the ticker? We're in a bullish trade on TransCanada. I just can't think of the ticker for some reason. TPN, TRN, TPL, something like that. Good thing I have it all saved and my broker keeps track of everything. But this is not the broker, obviously. This is just our swing trade worksheet. I thought it was TPN. TRP. I was close. TRP. So we do have a bullish swing trade out there again on TransCanada. I've looked at this a few times and really has had like 7 or 8 opportunities to trigger in on TRP since the last time we looked at it. I don't know if this trade is going to be profitable. But later today, I will be moving up the stop just to mitigate losses. I like the candle. Target's way the heck up here. I have no idea if we're going to hit that at all. But we'll see what TransCanada can do. Disney, you guys all know about the Disney trade. We're still hanging on by the skin of our teeth. We're at a half an hour loss right now. It is smack dab in the middle of our trigger and our stop for quite a while. Here's the weekly perspective on Disney. This is just taking time apparently. The 10 EMA right there above our stop. So maybe it'll work, but I'm going to go ahead and preparing myself to get stopped out on that one. Not a big deal. It'll be a 1 hour loss. But again, nice morning star reversal down here on Disney at a support line. So I will say, be neutral long term. The markets absolutely can bounce here. We got trades in both directions, bullish and bearish. Here's GILD. And the daily chart on GILD, we had a little bit of a gift today. We were losing yesterday, losing a little bit earlier this morning, and we have a nice candle kind of coming in. So on GILD, hopefully this will turn into a double top type of thing and break low, or maybe we can make some money on this one. But GILD, we are in bearish. We're barely profitable on this one. But here's the weekly chart on GILD, and the 10 EMA on a weekly is now below our stop. Yay! So maybe that'll roll down. But again, this one closed below an absolute rock solid support. Boom, there's the close. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black candles in a row on a weekly chart. With that many candles in a row, you can more or less anticipate some type of retest. Well, there's the retest, and from there, I have no idea if this trade works. We're in it. We'll see what happens with it. What else were we in? Polaris, ticker symbol PII. We got triggered into Polaris today. Here's the daily chart at 89.57. Again, no clue if this trade works or not, but the target is 96.90. Some of you are like, where the heck does Jeremy get these swing trades? We do have an afternoon swing trading floor. Even if you do work full time, we do send out the recording 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. In fact, I'm going to be hopping on that in about 24 minutes. So just letting you guys know, if you're ever interested in some of the swing trades, we do make it very, very, very clear what we're trading, why, how long, targets, all that kind of good stuff. So this is the tracking worksheet. Polaris and GILD and TRP and Disney, and the rest are really just option trades. So these are the directional stock trades or directional option trades, depending on your strategy. These are all of the option trades. So I do have a loser out there on Facebook. It was just coming for me. I know it needed to happen at some point. Coors expires next week. Netflix, I just showed you Netflix expires the week after next. Starbucks expires the week after next, and the rest are March. So I have a lot of time frame on a lot of options. We'll see what happens. The one really that I like the most out there is I really like this American Airlines bear call spread, especially after today. So this American Airlines bear call spread, I look at this trade a lot. It's a 44.45, which is right about here and here. And you guys might be impressed with this analysis that I did on American Airlines. If you guys get a chance to check this one out, let me hop over here. Actually, I relatively impressed myself, honestly, which, I mean, happens every now and then, I guess. But here's your, the Elliott wave, I figured. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It kind of pop up a little bit and then kind of retrace. So this was on the 24th of February. 24th of February was right there. So before that candle had formed, I had predicted that it would bounce and trade up a little bit higher and then trade into these moving averages and probably get some sideways movement. So based on that trade, we got into the 44-45 bear call spread. Now, not only that, but it's also above the weekly long-term moving averages. The weekly 100 symbols at 42.88. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of good swing trades, a lot of good interesting things happening. Really, this is the picture of neutrality. I couldn't be more neutral at this point. I got bullish trades, I got bearish trades, I got neutral trades, meaning I have no idea what direction it's going to go. I don't know what the market's going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We've traded a lot less the last few weeks than we have in a long time because there's just not a lot of direction out there. So if you don't know what trade or what direction the market is moving, if you're looking at a stock, my suggestion is if you can figure out what the trend is in 2 seconds, that's the trend you should play. If you can't figure it out in 2 Mississippis, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus, 1 Jeremy Alexander Newsom, 2 Jeremy Alexander Newsom, if you can't figure it out in 2 seconds, then it's probably trading sideways and you probably shouldn't trade it if you do not know how to trade sideways. The only real effective strategy, in my personal opinion, in sideways to neutral environments is option trading, neutral option strategies, credit spreads, condors, covered calls if you have the shares, put sales, that kind of thing. So I'm not saying you have to learn options. All I'm saying is if you want to, there is a company out there. I've heard about them. Apparently they're starting to sweep the internet, but it's reallifetrading.com. You can find them on the internet these days, and they're giving out all this information for free. It's kind of crazy. They also have a YouTube channel which you can subscribe to. They post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm just kidding. You guys know what's up. We're here to rock the world into rich lives. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you next week, and until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade. See you.